with the MINIac himself. Great race weekend for you guys.
Yes, it was.
You got 2 first place finishes and 1 second place, so you
Mm-hmm.
came 1-2 in one of the classes in the second race today. First of all, how did you get involved with the team?
That was an interesting story. It started off with me doing my YouTube channel, with just focusing on minis, and then I started finding articles on the racing team, and I thought, well, that'd be interesting to do some videos on that. That led me to communicating with the team via Instagram and other social media, which led to me doing an interview with one of the drivers, and it was actually Christian Pericarpi. It was right after his rookie first 2 races.
Oh, wow.
And that was just pretty cool to get him on the channel. And then from there, it led to me talking a little more with the team via Instagram some more. And then I was like, I'd like to come to one of the races. So they put me in touch with Luis, which led to me scheduling to come down and visit with the team and basically film and tour for the race. So we get to Indianapolis end of last year. I go do that race. It didn't quite turn out the way they had wanted it for the year, obviously, but I had such a good time that I was like, I want to come out here and do this again. So Luis was like, well, I'll pay for your crew credential if you commit to all the races.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, all 7 races.
Yeah.
It's going to be expensive, and it's going to be, I'm thinking, lots of wear and tear maybe on the car, but I was like, sure, why not? So that led to where we are right now, third race weekend of the year.
Awesome. So you're committed for the whole season.
I'm committed for the entire season. Yep.
Okay. Let's step out of the way a little bit. They're moving
Clay's
one
car
of
has
the
to
cars.
get pulled out here.
Yeah. So they're currently breaking down the tents.
Yes, they are.
And so that should be all broken down shortly.
About an hour,
Yeah.
maybe less. It depends on how quickly I can get everything unzipped and get it all taken down. But
They seem to be moving at a pretty fast
tear
clip.
down usually takes about an hour.
Let's pause 1 second. Let me. Okay, they're gonna move. We're gonna have to move again to.
Yeah. Oh, we're good.
So, what exactly do you do with the team?
I was originally just coming in to do YouTube stuff with the team, and then at Sonoma, they didn't have anybody to run the incident cameras. So Christian comes to me and says, hey, your cameras are already mounted in the car. Why don't we just use those as the incident cameras?
Oh, wow.
So that was basically a shotgun way of getting me into doing all that stuff. I basically went from just doing YouTube to suddenly I'm now also doing their incident cameras, making sure the SD cards are getting to the race officials and all other stuff. So added extra stuff that I'm doing on top of filming for their team already.
Yeah.
So that started that. So I've been learning basically to make sure I get the SD cards over to the officials on time, making sure they have enough room or memory in the cards, making sure the cameras are running, because cameras are not running, and if something goes wrong on the track, that's not good.
Yeah.
So kind of went into all that and still doing the YouTube stuff as well. Not to mention they also have me managing their YouTube channel now. So making sure that there's content on their channel that's really cool and really interesting and really engaging. And I already had experience with a almost 19,000 subscriber YouTube channel.
We know.
So I was like, well, I already had this experience, I already had this knowledge, I might as well put it to good use and help the team out to improve their channel.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I've been doing, and their channel's grown a little bit this year as well. And I'm hopeful that we can get it even higher by the end of the year. I'm hoping maybe to 1,000 subscribers.
Sweet.
It'd be great if we could do that.
Yeah.
We just got to add more content and more interesting stuff, and we're working on that. So
of course.
I filmed a lot this weekend. I haven't even gone through and analyzed it all yet.
Yeah.
And I know you filmed some video for me around the track because there was places you could get into this weekend that I had no access to as a crew member. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that all looks like.
Yeah. So am I, to be honest. Like, yeah, I was fortunate enough, Mini of Austin gave me a media pass. Which allowed me to go right up to the track, basically.
There you go.
And you have these cutouts for photographers all along the track that you can just stick your head out, even though I've learned now you're not supposed to stick your head out.
Don't stick your head out now. Stick your equipment out there.
No.
Bit.
You're not even supposed to stick your arm out. So I
mean to take the equipment out there. You don't put your body out there.
Yeah, maybe.
But even so, it allows a little like a vantage point where you can like not necessarily poke out, but if you time it right with the camera as the car's going by.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to do most of the day. So
just don't stick your head out on track.
all in all, a good weekend for the team.
I mean, we figured out at this race that this track they don't want us standing on the retaining wall at the pit lane.
Yeah.
We were standing on the retaining wall at NOLA and Sonoma.
Yeah.
No issues.
Different rules.
Different rules.
Yeah,
Different rules,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So, did you guys get to try the barbecue while you're in town?
I did not.
Oh.
But I'm also from the Kansas City area, and we're known for barbecue.
Now. Now, I don't know if you know, but Kansas City and Texas seem to be involved in this barbecue war.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And then of course, one of my friends who's with the racing team, Ethan, he's from Tennessee. Now Tennessee has a barbecue thing as well.
And it's different.
Yeah.
So I would just implore you, before you drive out of town, get some brisket, get some ribs.
See, I'm not a brisket person. I've never really liked it.
You know, I hear you. I hear you. I also wasn't a brisket person until I moved here. So just
try it.
Get yourself a little piece. Now we don't really do the sauce thing here, so it's dry rub. But try the
Yeah,
barbecue.
because I know Kansas City is into their barbecue sauce.
Yeah. I mean, you can find sauce, but it's not the main feature.
No.
So
It's funny.
find some brisket before you
Yeah,
leave.
definitely.
But definitely want to thank you for taking some time out. We know you guys are packing up.
Yep.
With the team.
I still got to get back to my car. It's parked on the other side of the track.
Oh, yeah. So is mine.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming. And we'll see you next time.
Yes, we will.
I might join you guys in Sebring.
You better.
Yeah.
Hey, if you join us in Sebring, you'll also might be able to get Gabriel to come up and join us
Yeah,
too.
that'd be awesome.
And if anyone on this doesn't know who Gabriel is, on Instagram he's known as Savage GP.
Yeah. And I will put a link on this, but I got to drive Gabriel's car a couple months ago, so we'll link that video as well.
It would be impressive if it were for the fact that I've already driven GPs.
Yeah.
I've driven all 3 generations of the GP car.
See, you're a little more fortunate than me. I've only driven 2 GP3s now.
Well, see, the GP2 that I drove was heavily modified.
Yeah.
It had a MINIac tune on it. It had all sorts of other stuff done to it. This thing had a lot more horsepower than the standard car.
Yeah.
So I've driven an unmodified GP1 with under 7,000 miles.
Oh, wow.
And I drove a brand new GP3. But the GP2 was the only one that was heavily modified.
Which was the most fun to drive?
Honestly, I liked the GP2 because it was so modified.
Yeah.
Didn't really do it for me. The GP1 was fun just because it was the original.
Yeah.
The GP3 was the one that made me grin like an idiot.
Huh, interesting.
Just because, yes, it's an 8-speed automatic, but 300 horsepower,
Yes.
331 foot-pounds of torque. That 8-speed automatic is attached to a mechanical limited slip differential. That thing was a monster of a car.
They are fun to drive.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're also super expensive. Otherwise, I would have probably bought one.
Yeah, we'd probably all have them.
Yeah.
I do like driving them. I think I can't really justify the cost.
No, neither could I. That being said, my JCW was expensive, so it was about the same price as that car. So.
But my car I bought used, and I'm running 300 horsepower now, so the difference in speed is very negligible between that and the GP3. So.
I can't tune mine yet. We haven't gotten to that ability yet with the newer cars.
I thought you did like a burble thing on your car.
Yeah, but that's it.
That's it, just the burble.
You
took that off, right?
I turned it off because we were going to California, and I didn't want to risk want to risk incurring the wrath of the
California
CHP.
Yes.
I mean, I already saw what happened with the Hyundai Elantra N. And what was really funny is one of the other YouTubers I talked to, Matt Moran, was doing a press event at Sonoma with the Hyundai Elantra N.
Oh wow!
So all these sedans running around, burbling and crackling and everything, and I'm like, the CHP must be just standing outside the gate waiting or something.
Yeah, they're serious in California about that.
Yeah. Even though it's factory, it's not like they modified.
I think
cars.
you might be able to get away with it in that scenario because you're not running California plates.
Maybe.
But.
Or maybe they make you more of a target because you aren't running California plates.
Well, I don't think legally they can. Because they have this thing where they confiscate your car and you got to get it tested. I don't think they can do that unless you have California plates.
Maybe.
So
probably.
I think you can get a fat ticket. But,
possibly.
Yeah. But thanks for your time.
Not a problem.
MINIac.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. While you're down there, go ahead and subscribe. That helps us a lot.